Hello and testing. Testing, is this working? I'm waving. Yes. Maybe. Awesome.
Hello, this is Vampine, and yes, that was Vampine as well, and this is the Little Guild of Horrors Awards show. I know you expected some drawing, but I did 3 pictures and gave up on that because it was taking me a ridiculous amount of time, and you know what, Cataclysm is happening, hence the whole Wrath of the Lich King award thing. So, sods that idea, you're about to see the 3rd picture. Yes, that was a picture of the Lich King kicking me in the testicles. It was meant to show how we'd ascended from our relative beating at his hands during Wrath of the Lich King and hopefully moving on to fantastical things in Cataclysm. I know it didn't quite work, but oh well.
At least in heaven I can skate. 'Cause right now on earth I can't.
Yes, I think that was wipe, about 50 odd out of an entire 74 before we got him down the first time, believe it or not.
Now when most people think of heaven.
Enough of that, now on to the awards. First off was actually a request, which was a very coy move, for the most amount of critic kills stolen from Justice. Well, the person who requested it is also the person who's won it, because he was the only person doing it. That award now goes to Tourist, so well done to him. You very special person, you. The next award was easily the most hotly contested out of all of them, and that was the award for Oh Jesus Christ My Ears. Now there was many close runners up to this, including Arrowstorm, Wolf's Jokes, and the Blizzard Launcher for every time you hit play off of it blowing your speakers to pieces. But however, the only eventual winner that we could have was It's Mike, for the sheer amount of feedback we got off that bloody thing throughout any event conversation. The next award is the Handbags at Dawn award, and it goes to no other than Cho for possibly the most spectacular rage quit I've seen since I joined the Little Guild of Horrors. Our next 2 winners are incredibly well deserving. Coming away with the Best Teacher award is Justice. Now this may seem like a strange choice, seeing as he himself views himself as a terrible teacher, and I've been taught by him enough times to know that he is a terrible teacher. However, he still gets the award because lots of us have learnt a lot of things off of him. Not a shadow priest has come through the guild without somehow benefiting off of him, and most of us have learnt our tactics for the whole of Icecrown Citadel off him. So, although he may not be very good, he still gets this award sheer for the fact of what he's done for the guild, and that deserves recognition. And the winner of the Workhorse Award for pretty much being the biggest workhorse in the guild goes to Moonfly. There's not a lot I can say here apart from the fact that she's the person that allows the guild to run as well as it does, pretty much. All the DKP, if you think of all the stuff you know that she does, she probably does 5 times the amount behind the scenes. Yes, there's me and Justice standing up on top shouting and going, oh look, go over there and do this, but if we're the captains up at top, she's in the steam room, she's the engine making the whole thing work, so well done and congratulations to you, you really do deserve it. And now, with all those out of the way, it's time for the big 3. The 3 that I gave you guys all the chance to vote for. That I didn't feel that I could vote for single-handedly. So they are the top DPS, the top tanks, and the top healers. The reason I say tanks and healers is because you were really indecisive as a guild as to who would get what. So coming away with the 2 top awards for 2 top tanks is Cho and Danis. Brilliant. They pretty much tanked us through ICC and nobody is more deserving than the pair of them. As the top 2 healers, the top 2 awards to the healers go to Forest Walk and Izzar. Again, brilliant. What I liked about that vote is that we had one of the old school raiders, one of the people who had been with us for ages with the guild and stuck with us through thick and thin, and then one of the people who's come up recently and really put effort into gearing up quickly so they could help us out with ICC, and that was fantastic as well. You see, you voted me as top DPS, which is brilliant, but I don't really, that's fantastic. I can't really believe that you've done that, so thank you, that's awesome. So cheers. With that, there's one last award to give out, and that's our Lifetime Achievement Award basically, and that goes to Hatfield. You might think that with all the joking about the ones we do with the Chuck Norris jokes, me and Justice, the rest of us, and everybody goes on about how brilliant it is, that it might just be all hearsay and a bit of banter. but it's not. It all comes from somewhere, and he is that good. He's possibly the best player I've ever known. Some of the stuff I've seen him do whilst raid leading, and he also used to put the groups together. He used to do everything and do it brilliantly. So thank you to him as well. This wasn't an award just for the last little while in Lich King. This was an award for all of it, and he put so much effort into the Little Good Horrors during that time. So that's why the Best of Award, or your Lifetime Achievement Award, or whatever you want to call it, goes to him. That pretty much wraps up my awards. So thank you for listening, and I hope it hasn't been too dull and too boring. Thank you very much. Vampine out. But, oh Jesus Christ, my ears. Now, the